A este gameplay de Final Fantasy XVI. Llevo un rato jugando, lo que pasa es que no he querido emitir, porque lo que he estado básicamente es eh, buscando a este bicho, ¿vale? Que se llama Gorgimera. Lo estaba buscando y bueno, por fin lo he encontrado en el desierto de Belcroy. Y nada, lo que me ha sorprendido, a ver, no es que fuera un monstruo imposible de matar, pero tampoco ha sido fácil. Lo que me ha sorprendido es que me lo he hecho en el nivel en el nivel de dificultad acción, porque, bueno, este otro bicho, el dragón alado este, no fui capaz de vencerle con el modo acción. Tuve que poner el modo historia porque es que, o sea, que era una auténtica locura. Pero bueno, me lo he cargado a la primera. Yo pensé que iba, no sé, que me lo iba a cargar a lo mejor en 2 o 3 intentos, pero lo cierto es que me lo he cargado a la primera. Y nada, ya estoy listo para continuar con la historia principal. Vamos a ver, porque desde la última misión principal, pues en las últimas partidas me he dedicado a hacer todas las misiones secundarias que había en el mapa. Aquí me queda una, pero está bloqueada, tiene un candadito y está bloqueada. Eso significa que hasta que no haga cierta misión X no voy a poder hacerla. Así que como ahora mismo no tengo nada más que hacer y tengo todas las escorias matadas y todo, pues vamos a continuar. A ver qué nos cuenta esta mujer.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
And tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Thumb, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Vale, o sea que tenemos que ir para allá. Muy bien. Pues nada. Bueno, pues vamos a continuar.
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Well, then that changes it. Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait.
Bueno, pues vamos a ver.
What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still.
O sea que tenemos que encontrar un templo donde hablen de Artema.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Vamos allá. Me gustaría pensar que esta es la última misión, pero no puede ser la última misión porque me quedan cosas por hacer.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why, so I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout, preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off on the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
Yo quiero que Jill venga con nosotros, ¿no?
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Digo lo de que esto no puede ser la misión final porque me quedan secundarias para hacer y eso.
Of course.
something a bit quick about it.
Voy a reponer pociones porque antes... Ah, no, ya lo tengo todo a tope.
Finished, are you? Clive. Go on then.
Me he emocionado y por un momento pensé que esta mujer vendía objetos únicos, pero no, no vende objetos únicos. Pues mira, ya que tengo tanta pasta...
It's rubbing me blind, you know. Cannot find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Do you recommend?
Voy a dejar esta. Y ahora de repente tengo dos secundarias. Aquí. Pues creo que me voy a hacer las secundarias antes de... Porque a lo mejor luego no están disponibles.
She can't keep this up. Glory to Griga. Hey,
What's happened?
Tyre's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her... I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary. Will you talk to her?
I know better than to order Tide.
Thank you.
Well, Tyre, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Tyre. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwan. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norland, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Vale, a ver a dónde tenemos que ir. A ver, porque con este pueblo siempre me hago un lío. Por aquí, por este camino, creo que no he venido nunca. Por cierto, hace mucho tiempo que no veo los puntos de habilidad. Tengo 8000 puntos de habilidad, ojito.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Pues yo me esperaba que fuera... Quiero decir, yo me esperaba... No sé... algún enemigo difícil o algo, pero ya veo que no.
Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Elysia, but a single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain. It may be a gentle way to die, but I wish there was another way.
O sea que lo que he conseguido es un medio para que...
Light.
Good. Just relax.
Thank you, Daya. I'm...
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he is properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will.
Vale, muy bien.
I hope so.
Bueno, solamente me quedaría...
Please, Your Grace, stay strong.
Voy a guardar partida por si acaso.
My Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
For Joshua. Anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might...
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, Stonewort is easily identified by its blood red. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Ay, bueno, pues nada, vamos a... El acueducto es en Rosaria, así que me imagino que será por aquí. Voy a intentar llegar sin tener que... por hablar. Y me estoy intentando llegar sin encontrarme a nadie, pero no lo va a conseguir.
Now to find our Stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just not luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone.
Yo estoy me metido.
There's only one thing for it.
Vale, pues nada.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yote.
Bueno, pues yo creo que ya está. Simplemente tenemos que volver, darle a Yote las hierbas y ya está.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Yote, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have, my dear brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Bueno, creo que ya no tengo, o sea, no hay misiones secundarias por ningún lado.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Y me quedan, o sea, quiero decir, esta misión que voy a hacer ahora de la misión principal no puede ser la última porque me quedan, quiero decir, me quedan misiones secundarias por hacer para llegar a hasta aquí. No tendría sentido. Vale, pues voy a reponer pociones, que es lo único que me faltaría.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pep. Still alive, are ya? Go on, then. You're rubbing me
Bueno,
blind, you
una
know.
poción realmente.
Is that all?
Bueno, pues nada, ahora sí. Vamos a hablar con este hombre. Y vamos a ver qué nos espera. Bueno, antes de hablar con Otto, voy a echarle un ojo a las habilidades. Esta habilidad es la que he utilizado en el último combate, por si no os habéis fijado. Vale, que te golpean y luego contraatagas con... De hecho me han dado un trofeo por ello, así que... Si es que realmente las habilidades que llevo son, quiero decir, las habilidades que llevo equipadas están muy bien equilibradas. Tengo esta que para atacar a distancia me vale muy bien. Esta cuando estoy rodeado de enemigos me viene muy bien también. Las dos del titán también hacen muchísima pupa, ¿vale? Y luego tengo estas dos, el polvo de diamantes y el estallido, joder, que están muy bien. La verdad es que yo creo que llevo... a mi modo de ver, la combinación perfecta. Bueno.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Bueno, pues vamos allá.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Pero tronco, pero que, ¿por
She
qué?
understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Pues sí, que este me ha metido un puñetazo.
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.
Vale, chicos, os voy a hacer una pausa aquí. No puedo guardar partida ahora. Bueno, chicos, voy a hacer una pausa aquí y empezar un nuevo vídeo.